Hello, everyone. News Channel 3, Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson with a Facebook Live update on this Monday evening. We got to get through Monday before we are allowed to have another weekend. So this is just something that we have to do. Hope everybody's having a nice Monday evening. Hope you had a nice Monday. Nice to finally have some warmer temperatures. Get this, today, the warmest day that we have had in 16 days. It's been a while. And it's not like today was like unusually warm. We just made it up into the upper 70s. You know, our typical high this time of year is in the middle 70s. So it's sort of a testament to just how much cooler than average temperatures have been lately. You know, if you go all the way back to May the 16th, right? 17 days ago, on that day, our high was 82. Since then, the highest temperature we've had was 75. We only had 3 70-degree days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 60-degree days, and 1, 2, 3, 4 50-degree days. And by the way, those low temperatures, how about that? Readings in the 30s. The Sunday morning low was in the 30s, and so was this morning. Pretty crazy. Chris, hello to you in the OC. Thanks for checking in. From Coopersville. Barb, hello. Beautiful day for sure. It would have been more beautifuler. That's not a word, by the way, but more beautiful if we didn't have those or that layer of smoke that continues to drift into the sky above not just West Michigan, but our entire region from the wildfires that continue to burn in Manitoba and Saskatchewan. And by the way, I read late this afternoon, did a little Google search, that reports are that only half, there are 180 fires burning, and only half of them are under control right now. Or the other way of looking at it is half of them are still burning out of control. So I did see on visible satellite earlier today a smoke plume that looked like it trailed over, let's say, up New York State and then went all the way down into the southeast. So this is early June, and barring any kind of a rainy pattern there in the northern part of those Canadian provinces, I don't know. I think we're in for another smoky summer. I hope not. Remember 2 years ago, it was really bad. Hopefully things won't get that bad. Keith and Melissa, hello to you. Good evening. Let's see, tomorrow, temperature-wise, you're right, Chris. Today wasn't too bad. Tomorrow is going to be hot, not hot. Hot, of course, we reserve for days that we'll have later on. In fact, if you're wondering, we might be in for some hot days, according to the longer range model. You know, got to take it with a grain of salt until we get closer to it. But by about this beginning of the second week, in about like 10 or 11 days, we might have some hot weather coming. And we'll deal with that if and when we get there, right? All right, in the meantime, Jesse, hello to you in the Berg. Shinner's Joe, thanks. Good to see you. Appreciate that very, very much. You're very, very kind. You're very, very kind. Thank you so much. Jeanette, checking in from Coldwater. Carla, after living in the Eastern Central Time my whole life, living in the Western Eastern is a shock. That's true. You know, if you're in Chicago, for example, you're on the eastern edge of the Central Time Zone, where in West Michigan, we're on the western edge of the Eastern Time Zone. So it does make a difference. Beth, hello to you. And Joanne, thanks for being here. Sun was red after it came up this morning. Consistency over time equals confidence. Chris, thank you. Thank you. You're right. Which is why, by the way, any forecast, I don't care who you hear it from, that's 10, 12, 14 or more days out, okay, right? We know. We're smarter than that here, so we know better than that. Lucinda, hello in Lawrence. Wednesday, we might have some storms coming in here for the animals. Jesse, it might be a barn day. Craig, loving the warm weather. Finally warmer at night. You're right. Jeff, strawberries for supper from your garden. I am jealous. Jealous. You know, when I was a little kid, and I grew up in Florida, and my parents would take us strawberry picking. Yeah, you pick strawberries in Florida in the heat. It was not my favorite thing to do, but I think if I recall correctly, because I was younger, I got to sit in the car. I don't know. Anyway, love strawberries from the garden, Jeff. Good for you. Ryan, hello in Jackson. Yeah, you saw the sunset. I'm going to show you the sunset. I think we still have it, right? Lisa, hello. Hot. Sharon, hello in Marshall. Antho, good to see you. Thanks so much. I hope you're doing well as well. Chris, hello to you. And little Eli, hello, Eli. Dawn, T-ball night, and the weather was all sunshine. Hopefully no strong storms. I don't think so, Shinicho. I don't think so. Robin, hello to you in Coldwater. Garden needs warmth. Let's see. Okay, 1 pound. Wow. Well, happy birthday. Craig, going to the Cubs on the 19th. I was there yesterday. I can tell you Wrigley's okay. Hello to you, Lily. Paige, good to see you. Thanks so much. All right, let me get to it. Let's get to what's going on. Oh, I didn't even put this up. Well, that's not going to work. There we go. Let me do this. So sorry. Nope, this is not what I want. This is what I want. Oh, I will, there we go. I had to do some clicking. All right. Here's what we got going on. More smoky sunshine. That's tomorrow. But then actually, I think we'll get a bit of a break. I'll show you that coming up. Getting hot and humid with midweek storms and then cooler by the weekend. We got a bust-up forecast here first. It's going to be hazy in the morning. Hey, but that could mean a beautiful or vivid sunrise. But again, this is coming at the expense of wildfires that are just mowing down acres in northern Saskatchewan province, northern Alberta province. So off to school at 58 degrees. I'm sorry, it's not Alberta. It's northern Saskatchewan, northern Manitoba. Let's get that right. 58 degrees with some hazy sunshine. And then coming home, it's going to be warmer, hot and humid. We're talking about dew points in the mid to upper 60s tomorrow. Today, they were only in the 30s and 40s. That's huge, a huge difference, huge jump. And so it's going to feel a little bit stickier for us. All right, here's the shot right now. And it looks like, I think we might be just about post sunset anyway on the big lake. I did notice there a little bit earlier. That you could barely make out the sun. And there were lots of folks there on the end of the pier. And I feel bad because they really didn't get a chance to see too much of the sun. And here's why. There you can see what we're going to be going with that. I didn't mean for that to run through like that. Let's try this again. Let's see if I can get this right. You're going to see the very first frame that I show here. There you go. You see the reds that are over us, and that's where the smoke is the thickest. And it pretty much is going to stay that way all during the day tomorrow. Now, you see that break that's coming a bit there over Green Bay and Chicago where it gets a little bit better. That's going to be running right along cold front that is likely to be bringing us some showers and maybe some thunderstorms. And then we'll see, I think we'll see a bit of a break. But for how long? And look, as long as those fires are burning, especially at the point where they are now, where it's 90 out of 180 are out of control, we're going to continue to see the smoke here. Let's see. Holly, hello to you. Michigan has the best one. Oh, you're very cute. That's very, very kind. You're very kind. Thank you so much, Holly. I appreciate that. Glenn in Headland, Alabama, put your A's up and roll Tide, right? Glenn, thanks for being here all the way down from Bama. Jennifer in Kalamazoo. Hello to you. Stacy, Ken, always good to see you there in Kalamazoo. Thanks so much. Turning on the air conditioner tonight so you'll be ready for tomorrow. Well, that's a good idea. Get a bit of a head start on it. And tomorrow night, by the way, as I'll show you coming up in the hour by hour, it's going to be warmer. In fact, tomorrow night, I'm going to have to take a quick gander at the weather records that we have here. So get this. So far, the warmest overnight low temperature that I see anyway, this goes back to May 1st. I don't think we had one warmer than this in April, would be 62 degrees on the 15th and then on the 13th of May. And we were going to get that information, huh? Right here on Facebook Live. So we'll probably, we're going to have the warmest overnight Tuesday night, Wednesday morning that we've had so far this year. All right. So there you see the smoke's going to be around for tomorrow too. It's going to be around for tomorrow. Temperatures right now are in the 60s and 70s. It's very mild out there. Look how this compares to yesterday at this time. Up nearly 20 in Kalamazoo, up 16 in South Haven. So much of the area, it's up substantially over where we were last time. Looks like I got to do some gardening. I don't know why I'm having to do so much gardening here lately. There we go. Okay. Chris, that's very nice. I'm going to meet him out there at the track one day. I know you don't believe me, but that's where I want to meet him if he goes out there at the track with you. Let's see. Jeanette, Quincy Law, last day of school tomorrow. Coldwater was done last Friday. Well, congratulations to all those students who have earned that summer vacation, right? Martha, hello, and you got the red sun at sunrise. You're going to see it tomorrow again Shannon Joe. So Jennifer, hello to you. Good to see you too. Thanks so much, Stu. Good evening from the zoo. Gwen, hello. Hurricane season started yesterday. June 1st starts two things. Meteorological summer. You're like, what is that? Well, of course, we know that astronomical summer, the solstice, is going to be coming up, I believe, on the 21st this month. And that'll go until we get to the autumnal equinox, the third week of September. But to keep it a little cleaner, if you will, we have what we call meteorological summer, which is June 1st to August 31st. So essentially, June, July, and August are summer months. And so June 1st not only starts meteorological summer, but as you noted there, Jeanette, hurricane season. And so now the hurricane season has begun. It goes till the end of November. The bus stop tomorrow looking good, Jesse. I'm going to show you the hour by hour on Wednesday coming up. Carmelita just planted a sunflower field. Oh, that is awesome. Now we need some water from Mother Nature. I think you're going to get some Wednesday. The big question, I think, is going to be how much, right? How much rain are we looking at? Could be looking at half an inch. That would be nice. That would be nice. That's the GFS model. We're looking at about the NAM is not as convinced on heavier rain, and we need some. Remember, this is something I preach all the time, that at this time of year, now that we've hit June, you can just say June, July, August, even the first half of September. If we have several days that are dry, and we've had, really, when you think about it, if you go back to the 20th of May when we had 0.8 of an inch of rain, since then, right, that's 11, 12, today would be 13 days since then, almost 2 weeks. We've only had 25, 38, 40. We've only had 0.4 of an inch of rain. And at this time of year, that is just not enough to keep things going. So we need some of that. I don't think we're going to have any strong storms in Pearson or anywhere. Martha, thanks very much for that. We'll keep you posted on that. Right now, I believe it's a marginal risk for us for Wednesday. But we'll keep an eye on it. It doesn't look very impressive for strong storms. So that's good news. Mikey, happy Monday to you too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see. Linda, good evening to you. Battle Creek in the house. Appreciate that. I hear you there, Jesse. I hear you. Let's see. Rob, he wants to know. Oh, you got a little way to go, buddy. Got a little way to go. Just be patient. Rodney, in the PA area, doing a check-in. Thanks so much. Hello to the Keystone State. And hello to you, Rodney. Thank you so much. Ben, hello to you in St. Louis. The cleanup effort's ongoing. And that's for F3 tornado damage, right? They had a really rough ride of it 2 weeks ago down there in St. Louis, Ben. I'm glad. Thank you for being there, for helping out. Let's see. The Night of Destruction is this Saturday night. I got to check out what's going on. All right, Chris. This is Monday. I've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to confirm with you on coming out there for some often crashing and bashing. All right. That sounds good. Okay. Thanks very much. I seriously, because, I have a hard time making it out there on Fridays. Ryan, ready for summer. All right. I'll remind you of that. No, I am too, to be honest with you. Luann, hope we don't get any big storms on Wednesday. Not looking that way. Stay with us. This is Monday. But right now, I'm going to show you the hour by hour coming up. It just doesn't look very impressive. Hello to you, Helen. Mr. Grand Rapids in the house says, bring on that heat. We've been waiting several months for it, right? Some anyway. Trenton, severe weather threat, not very high for this week. Wednesday's about the only chance for some thunderstorms, and like I said, it doesn't look all that impressive. Amy, hello to you. Your son graduates 5th grade this Friday. Hello, and congratulations to him. Morning is sketchy. I think if we see anything on Friday, it could be. It's iffy, Amy, but we still have 4 days to work on that. 4 days to work on that. 4 days to cross your fingers and toes. All right, let me move on. I'm sorry, I stayed on this graphic for way too long. It's all quiet on live Doppler radar, so let's move on to our hour by hour. Now, understand, you see this says Wednesday midnight, so I'm skipping through Tuesday because there's nothing happening. All right, it's going to be hazy because we're going to have that smoke deck, if you will, that's going to filter the sunshine. But coming in Wednesday, it's going to wash out of the sky because we'll have some showers. Wednesday, we stop the clock at 7 a.m. Here's what's going on. Cold front draped across the area, but it's really sort of stretching from northwest to southeast. Okay, I'm sorry, northeast to southwest. So if you picture, let's say, the bridge, Mackinac, back down to Chicago like that. And the line, that front, is slowly moving across our bow. The storms are moving along the line to the northeast. So watch what happens. Watch, you'll see what I mean. We're going to go from 7 a.m. to noon. You see what I mean? The line is slowly making progress across West Michigan, but the cells there are moving from southwest to northeast. So this has Holland and South Haven and GR, certainly Muskegon and Fremont seeing some thunderstorms Wednesday at noon. I'm going to stop it here at 3. And you see those storms are going to be moving across our area. So it does look like for most of us, it's going to be from late morning through the late afternoon for our thunderstorm chance. It doesn't look like it's going to be too intense, but we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. Tanya, hello to you in BC. I know, Laura, I thought about you when I was like, oh, it is going to be hot, 86 degrees. And you're thinking that's 11 o'clock in the morning down there in Palm Coast. You are correct. Probably correct. You're correct. Sorry about that. But that's okay. Because then in January, when you're like, oh, it's so cold down here, it's 55. Okay. So that'll be our return. So thanks for checking in, by the way. No, you will not be disappointed, but I wouldn't try to hold your breath, Chris, because you won't be around by Friday or Saturday, and then you'll miss me. Mikey, thanks for the thanks. I appreciate that. And Ron, hello to you in Three Rivers. All right, we're moving on from Wednesday evening to Wednesday night late in the wee hours of Thursday morning. Rain on the east side of the state for my good buddy over there, Mike, holding down the fort there in southeast Michigan. But for the rest of us, here's what's happening on Thursday. I do think we'll clear out a bit. I think we'll have some sun. But I also think it's going to be, in fact, it will be, it'll be cooler and drier, right? It'll be a little cooler, as you'll see on the 7-day that I have for you. The high temperature tomorrow is going to be the warmest day of the week at about 86. And then we're going to go down to 78 on Wednesday. That's because we will have rain and clouds. And then Thursday, we're looking at mid-70s. But get this. The dew points Wednesday, it's still going to be a little humid Wednesday, right? Is Wednesday the 4th? Yes. So Wednesday, even though it's going to be cooler, the dew points will still be up there in the 60s, so a little bit sticky. But on Thursday, they're going to come down in the 50s to around 60. Not a huge difference, but it will be getting a little less humid. A little less humid. Thanks for that, Mikey. I appreciate it. Deb, hello in Decatur. Hope you're staying dry out there at the crosswalks. And so, all right, so that's our look all the way through Thursday. Now let's look ahead on our 7-day forecast. Thursday night, Friday, we have another system coming through, and I think that's going to give us some showers. Get us a little cooler, too. Laura, we won't be as hot. We'll have a high of 72, which will probably be cooler than anything you're going to have. Saturday and Sunday, we'll see sunshine, mid to upper 70s over the weekend. For now, the weekend looks sweet. And you know what I say? If you want to know how humid it's going to be, check out the check out the low temperatures. So you see that low Wednesday morning, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, upper 60s? Whoo, going to be a little sticky. But look, 58, 58, 55, 54. So we're going to have some really comfy air, I think, coming in here for the end of the week and right through the weekend. That'll be nice. Shannon Joe, thank you so much. I appreciate it as always. And I hope you have a good night too. Mid-70s sound good, not thrilled with mid-60s or mid. Let's just keep it right in the mid-70s, right? Joanne, I'll do my best. Elisa, hello to you. Last day of school, Friday. So ready. Put your stop sign away. Oh, there you go. There's my Decatur. There's my Decatur crosswalk person. Karen, hello to you in Vicksburg. We have 2 from the Berg in the house. All right, so there it is, folks. I'm going to wrap it up. I got 9:33 on the clock. The unknown stuntman. Okay, it won't be me. Okay, all right. I'll let you know, Chris. Like I said, I've got 2 or 3 days here to confirm that with you. Beautiful night in Comstock. Rob, thanks for checking in. Appreciate it very much. Beautiful night. It'd be nicer if we didn't have that smoke. And, even though we get some vivid sunrises and sunsets out of it, the sad part of it is, of course, it's coming at the expense of those wildfires that are burning the forest down in northern Saskatchewan, northern Manitoba provinces. I don't think those fires, though, are man-made. And so to some degree, it's like, well, Mother Nature is doing what Mother Nature does. Oh, no way. You need dry weather for Saturday. Right now, it's looking A-OK. But stay with me on that, Jeanette. Your son who said he was never getting married. All right. Well, we got to have good weather for that, right? Sherry, good morning. How about good evening? How about good evening, Sherry? You might want to look at your clock. Should we lock up all the goats? I don't think so. Lily, thanks for the thanks. I appreciate it. And Joanne, I hope you have a beautiful evening as well. All right, there you see the 7-day. I'm going to check on out. I will be live on Arc West, Michigan in 25 minutes. Live on the Mothership, News Channel 3 in an hour and 25 minutes. Hope you can catch me there. Don't forget, I'm on Facebook, WWMT's Keith Thompson. Give me a like or a follow there. You know, I had some pics up from the Cubs game. I'm going to post this video. I've got these Meta glasses. I don't know if you've heard of those, right? These Meta Ray-Bans, actually. Like I finally moved up to the 21st century a little bit. And this is crazy, you know, not these. But you push a button here to take a picture, or you can record. And so I've got some video from the Cubs game I was at where it's point of view. So as I'm moving my head around, you can see what part of the game I'm looking at. I'm going to post some of that just for the interest. Nephews just headed to Canada for the fires. Oh, wow. Thoughts to them for safety. Prayers to them for safety. Mike and April from Kalamazoo, what's up with you? Hope you're doing well. And Sherry, there you go. You got it now. Good evening to you. Don't forget, I'm also on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and YouTube. The @ Weatherman Keith, @Weatherman Keith. Don't forget our weather app. I did not bring my phone to the digital studio. Free weather app. Good time to use it this week. Couple of chances for rain, so you can track them right along with us Wednesday and Friday. It'll also give you the temp and dew point information. Remember, we know dew point here. We're more educated. We don't talk relative humidity. We talk dew point. And so you can get that information as well. That's free download. If you don't like it, you can get rid of it. It doesn't cost you anything. Our website, WWMT.com/weather. Jeff Porter is here in the morning. He had a few days off to spend. I believe it might have been his dad who had a birthday or something like that. So welcome him back tomorrow morning. Well, the live weather updates from 4:30 to 9 a.m. He's got you again at noon. I'm at 5:30, and 6, and then I'll have you at Facebook Live tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Tiffany, yo, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking in. Sean, hello to you. And Brenda, could be a little cooler out here in Bloomingdale. Brenda, you better watch out. People are going to start throwing rocks at you. Rocky, hello to you. Oh, that's okay. Can't wait for warmer and hot weather this week. Summer is upon us for sure. And Rocky, now that you've been here, we can call it an official Facebook Live. And thank you so much for getting in here. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. I'll see you tonight on the tube. If I don't, I'll catch up with you again tomorrow. In the meantime, let's get some good sleep. Hey, we made it past Monday. Let's get past Tuesday so that we can hit the hump day, and then we'll move on to yet another weekend. Have a good night, everybody, and thank you again for being here.